What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate you tuning in. So this video, we're going to be talking about 3D versus 4D versus 5D manifesting and which of these is best. Now, it's important to note that these are not concepts I made up. These are concepts that have been around for a while now, and people are just starting to understand the meaning behind each of these. But this isn't some magical concept. It's just a better way to visualize the manifestation process is all. You're not actually going into a 5D reality. No. Where it's just a way of explaining a concept. With that being said, this is more of an advanced level manifestation theory, shall I say. And it'll make sense as I get into it. But this really helped me break things down. It's really to help you understand what level of manifestation mastery you are at. So let us begin. As you can see in front of me, this is a breakdown of the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D approaches to manifestation. So let's begin with the 3D, and this is where the vast majority of the population operates. So with the 3D, this is when people talk about their vision. They talk about the fact that they want to be rich or that they're going to be rich. Maybe they talk about the fact that they want to be financially free. They talk about X, Y, and Z. They talk about how good it would be to have X, Y, and Z, or to be X, Y, and Z. They describe their vision, right? They talk about their vision, but the important thing to note here is that when they stop, they go right back into their current reality. And so as a result, they feel like their efforts have gone wasted, or that they don't know how to manifest, or that they can't manifest, and they get deterred by their circumstance. Now, the important thing to note is we are always manifesting. All three of these people, the 3D, the 4D, the 5D manifestors, they're all manifesting all the time. We are always manifesting all the time. It's just one does it with a little less effort and less stress. You can guess which one that is. It's the 5D. So in the 3D, this person is often deterred by their circumstance. They often think that they're stuck because for them to believe that they're manifesting, they need to see tangible results. They need to see results in their physical current reality, usually right away. So they often lack, despite the fact that they are manifesting, they lack respect for the manifestation process, how it unfolds, because they are very much in their ego and how things are supposed to unfold. The good thing is they tend to, well, if they're driven enough, they tend to not forget the importance of putting in effort, because in an abundance universe, effort gets rewarded. They buy into separation. They buy into the idea that we are separate from our desires, which is not the case. So when you catch yourself talking about your vision, you are manifesting in the 3D. Now, if you've seen my previous videos, you would know I live and die by the saying words are spells, because that is self-hypnosis. Words are spells. When you understand that words are spells, and this isn't just my belief, but this is what it is, that our words are declarations of our life and of who we are, not observations, then you understand that when we're having conversations with people, we're talking about the things that we want. We're manifesting in the 3D. When you catch yourself talking about how nice it would be to own a certain car, or whatever it is, you're manifesting in the 3D, and that's okay. That's okay. You're still manifesting. It's not a bad way to manifest. It's actually a great way to manifest. All of these are great ways to manifest. All of these are great ways to take what's in your head and put it into your reality. You become what you focus on. You become what you talk about. You become what you think about. So keep talking about your vision. That's okay. That's totally fine. Many people have manifested many millions of dollars manifesting in the 3D. Now let's take this a step further. Let's enhance this a little bit. Let's get into the 4D. The best way to envision the 3D, the 4D, and the 5D is the movie Interstellar. And if you that scene where the main character gets trapped in the black hole and he's in the little library of all the different dimensions, that's what that's like. So the 4D, you've moved from talking about the vision to talking to the vision. You're talking to the vision. In this instance, you are often in meditation or in a daydream. You are having conversations with people, or you're having conversations about things. You're putting yourself in your vision, and you're talking to people in it. So for example, I'm visualizing buying a new car, and I'm talking to the car salesperson at the dealership. I'm talking to my vision. Or I'm talking to my dream partner. I'm talking to them. I'm having a conversation with them. This often happens in a daydream. Usually we are manifesting in the 4D, but backwards. We're usually talking to a person that made us upset in the past. That's usually how people manifest in the 4D, which is why they keep manifesting bad things so quickly and so effortlessly. It's because we keep repeating these conversations, and this happens to people who live alone. I know, because I live alone. When you don't have new interactions all the time, your brain, the human brain, hangs on to old interactions. And so I sometimes find myself reliving an argument if I'm not careful, or just reliving a moment that just really upset me. And that's what manifesting in the 4D is. The reason why it's the 4D is because the 3D is your physical reality, your circumstance. The 4D are all of the possible physical realities in your conscious awareness. So it's all the parallel realities. So you're essentially talking to other people or to yourself in a parallel reality. And what happens when you do this, and again, this is just the idea of it. This is just a way to visualize it. And that's enough. If that's what gets you to act differently, then it worked. It's enough. The idea behind this is that we always have the solutions inside of us. So if you're trying to manifest $10,000 in 30 days, you meditate, slow your heart rate down, and then just ask your intuition, what do I have to do? And the answer you receive is the best solution you can find in your level of conscious awareness that you weren't currently acting on in your current reality. So that then comes from your intuition, which is connected to all realities. All right. So the 4D is very, very powerful. It's really just the best way to go about it, to train your mind to start doing this in the 4D, is number 1, deep meditation. Number 2, setting dedicated time every day, maybe 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Quiet time in the morning and midday, night, doesn't matter. And just have a conversation with someone in a scene of your desired reality. Another difference between a person who manifests in the 4D and the 3D versus the 3D is in the 3D, they really buy into their circumstance. They use their circumstance to tell them what to do. The 4D person buys into possibility. They believe in the vision, not the circumstance. They operate and walk by the vision, not the circumstance. Now, the 5D. So a manifestor who manifests in the 5D, a person who manifests in the 5D, goes from talking about the vision to talking to the vision, and then finally to talking from the vision, meaning they are it. They are the best version of themselves. They don't visualize a different version of themselves. They are it. They talk from the vision as if they've already completed it, as if they've already done it. They operate from the vision. They act as the best version of themselves, and they have it clearly defined, hyper clarity. So they act as the focused person, as a disciplined person. And again, this is just a decision people make. I one day decided to start acting, performing like a person who is focused, disciplined, so on and so forth. You do that long enough, it becomes who you are. But it's just a decision. It's free will. And what happens is you are talking from the vision. This is the single, and this is hypnosis at its core. You talk from the vision long enough that life around you has no choice but to comply. The people around you start interacting with you differently. Life itself starts to reshape itself in front of your eyes to comply with the new person that you are. And this is when it gets really deep. This is when we're really talking about bending reality to your will. Now, the difference between the 4D and the 5D is the 4D has all the possible solutions in your conscious awareness. The 5D expands your actual conscious awareness to include more solutions, more possibilities. How you achieve the 5D, how you enter the 5D from a mental standpoint, because from this standpoint, you're living in the end as if you're already done. First things first is you have to identify the character traits of the best version of yourself. What are they? I'm a man of focus, discipline, consistency, and sheer will. That is my mantra. That is how I know I'm in alignment or out of alignment. Those 4 things. I'm a man of focus, discipline, consistency, and sheer will. Now, to settle into that, that's all I need to focus on, is just being that person. When I'm that person and I'm operating from that, Everything else takes care of itself. My visions are done. I manifest like I have the Midas touch when I'm operating from that energy. I just know it. And so to get there, to actually become that person, number one, you have to decide. Number two, you have to commit. Number three, self-hypnosis and deep meditation is a really, really powerful way to do that. I teach this in the Quantum Leap Academy, by the way. But really, there are two great ways to do this. Number one, scripting. Write a letter every day as if you are the best version of yourself. I have a whole jar full of notes that I was doing every day for weeks. Just script out a scene, like write down, close your eyes, take yourself through a scene in the vision, and then write a full 1-page diary on what you're seeing, what you're observing. Talk from it as if you're already that person. Number two, pick your mantra. I am a person of blank, blank, and blank. And then set aside some time, take some deep breaths, and with every breath, repeat your mantra. I'm a person of focus, discipline, consistency, and sheer will. Over and over and over again for a few minutes at a time. You'd be surprised as to how quickly this transforms you. Quantum shifts are really nothing special. It's just doing the basic stuff for a few days or a few weeks at a time, and then it looks like a quantum shift because you make dramatic progress, but really you just happen to do the basic stuff and be consistent with it. It's just that nobody else does this consistently. Everybody's lazy nowadays. But anyway, I'm going to stop this here and leave the rest for the folks in the Quantum Leap Academy, excuse me. So if you're watching me on YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button. Link to join the Quantum Leap Academy below. See you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.